Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting match of this SGLIVE 2023 Super Metroid Randomizer Tournament. I'm Seb316 and I will be your comms today. Today we've got Nevdi and derp. We had two pretty exciting races last night between these two. The first one was pretty close. Derp actually managed to spike some power bombs on Nevdi when it was a very late power bomb seed, but it kind of led him into doing some stuff that didn't really work out, and Nevdi ended up taking the win in that one. And then the second one, Nevdi ended up going to wreck ship early before finding Fantoon, and Varia was in wreck ship. So, I'm not sure why Nevdi's... It looks like Nevdi's timer is accurate, but the stream itself... Yeah, I think it might be his capture card. I'll try messaging him in the chat. Okay, but anyway, we will get to continue to see what's going on derp side, so we likely won't miss anything too important within the first 10 minutes. There isn't too much divergence generally in that amount of time. Do get a vanilla morph ball, so no need to get the item in the ceiling, although the runner should probably get it. Also, just a missile at Awakening Missile. Want to see a power bomb so that we can check the meme wrap portal. Just an E-Tank here. E-Tank's kind of nice. Getting your first E-Tank is always good, but not a super exciting pickup. And super missiles, so no power bombs, no way to check meme route here, but we will be able to at least go right at the ship if we want to. So now it'll just be going up climb, going up parlor, going through pit room, and we will go ahead and see what's at Bomb Chorizo. It doesn't have to be anything. We could just be forced to go right at the ship, but if the item is bombs, speed, or screw attack, then we will be able to go left as well. Yeah, and climb is, I think, one of the hardest rooms in the game. Which I don't think it gets talked about as much as one of the hardest rooms because it's so early in the game and everyone just, like, learns to do it as one of their first rooms. But I really think it's a difficult room. Anyway, we're gonna see what's at Bomb Chorizo here in a second. And it is bombs. So we will be able to check the left portals. We'll also be able to check 230 and do Gauntlet if we want. We'll also fight BT, so that's exciting. And derp using two supers. Optimally, I think you want to use two missiles and a super so that you don't get that animation that derp did. Also, nice 3 supers exactly to fill up his ammo completely full. Yeah, again, it does look like that Nevdi's capture card isn't picking up the game. I think that because Nevdi's timer is still moving, so it seems like his stream is fine. I'm guessing he's playing the seed. It's just not being captured. Anyway, an ice beam, good beam, good item. Kind of annoying to find it this early. If you want to do any farming or anything similar to that, it can be kind of annoying to do it with ice beam because it makes you shoot enemies twice. And we got the bottom of red tower, so this will very likely be what the runners decide to follow, or at least what derp decides to follow. We don't know what Nevdi is doing. Ooh, and here is Upper Norfair. So, Business Center is really one of those portals that when I see it, I just basically always do it. Additionally, you don't want to go into that red tower without power bombs, because if you get to the top of that red tower, that's a potential soft lock. If you go up the red tower and you go through that door, there's a yellow door up there, meaning you can't fall back down. And if those portals are bad, then you're just stuck. So you really want to try to find power bombs before going up there. If this is an E-Tank with bombs, you can pretty easily get the ice beam check as well. And it's charged, so that's interesting. We already do have a beam, but it's the weakest beam in terms of damage. That does devalue missiles a lot, but I'd still pick up supers for quite a while. I'd also still pick up missiles up to about 20 or so. You can argue for a little bit more or a little bit less. And it does look like Nevdi has realized now that his capture card wasn't picking it up. It should be back in about 10 minutes from now. And yep, I like this a lot from derp. Going ahead, taking that save, and then checking ice. If this is an E-Tank, you can get out, and there's like a 50% chance it's an E-Tank. If it's Very, you can also get out. Anything else, you probably can't. But at least you'll know what's here. And just Spazer. You kind of want that Spazer, honestly. Like, with this beam combo already having charge, Spazer adds a lot of damage to that. It doubles your damage. So, kind of unfortunate that derp has to reset that. I wonder if there was any possibility of getting out if you tried to farm the Sovas. And I am joined by a co-commentator as well. Thank you for hopping in, Eddie. How you doing?
Pretty good. Excited to watch this game 3. Excited to see Nevdi take on this invisible Fantoon for the last 8 minutes. It's been pretty exciting. But yeah, give you a quick synopsis of what's happened so far. Did they find Business Center and take care of that?
Yep. So they went left at the ship. It was bombs at Bomb Torizo. No power bombs yet still. Derp didn't check 230. And these are the portals. So, yep, I think you're all caught up.
Got it. Okay.
It was Spazer at ice as well. So, derp had to reset that.
Okay, Spazer at ice. Got it. Okay, so I guess derp's going to go ahead and just kind of clear all of that. No power bombs yet, though, so won't be able to break this tube. And yeah, when he said Spazer at ice, I got confused because he has ice and he's going to Spazer right now.
Yeah, I'd be a little worried as derp because he skipped 230. That's a little scary.
So bombs were at the start.
Yep, bombs were at Bomb Torizo.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, this can always get a little bit sketchy. 230 is admittedly kind of slow, but yeah, it's weird. You can do a lot with bombs, but then there's always just like random things you have to isolate. Like this X-ray is something he's gonna have to naturally isolate.
I don't mind isolating X-ray as much because you also have one E-Tank. You're probably not doing that. Even if you have power bombs, you could. It's not crazy to do it, but it's kind of scary.
Yeah, yeah. But obviously the tube has to get isolated here. Ooh.
Yeah, I think you do this. Especially, so there are multiple reasons to do this. First of all, middle of red tower is kind of isolated. It's kind of hard to get back to this portal normally in most seeds. But also, you really want to have a save right here, I think. Because after this boss, you're probably going up red tower. And
Yes.
having this save means that if that's a soft lock, you can reset back to this. So
yeah, that makes especially a lot of sense, given that with the amount of E-tanks we have right now, there's not too much we really can do in depending on, you know, Upper Norfair being a big source of portals as well. But with this one E-tank, it's a bit questionable. So yeah, good point on the save here.
And it's either Kraid or Dragon? It's Kraid. Okay, that's a huge
nice.
Kraid. 2 items here. Kind of makes Kraid's area broken when Kraid is vanilla. It's just like easy boss, something you have to do no matter what, and it's 2 items. It's just really, really powerful.
It also is just like a nice sense of relief because very often in these types of seeds, you get into that situation where you have to think about coming back into Kraid's lair when you actually find Kraid, and things get sketchy when it comes to that. 1 reserve, okay.
Okay, so now Gauntlet is in logic. Now they've got 2 E-tanks and bombs, or 2 health tanks and bombs. So those could be the first logical power bombs.
You suspect Nevdi there's a good chance he's doing roughly the same thing as derp here?
Yeah, I think that the only difference I would expect from Nevdi is maybe check 230.
Okay.
I'm not sure about other than that.
Depending on when the capture comes up, if we see a source of power bombs, that could be kind of bad for derp.
Yeah. I'd almost consider having saved again as derp there, but maybe that's a little too safe.
I think that makes a lot of sense, given that you can very easily soft lock right at the top of the top of Red Tower. It's not
You've
even.
already seen Business Center, which is one of the good portals.
Exactly.
That you could have found. So the good portals that are left are Green Bryn. There are 2 criteria portals. Top of West Meridia kind of works. Either top of West Meridia, actually, now that we have Ice Beam and Spring Ball.
Mm-hmm. I mean, just the Spring Ball is enough, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess just the ice would also be
Yeah,
enough.
just the ice is also enough. No power bombs here, so this is a little bit of worrying time. Like, odds are pretty good. It's not going to soft lock Derp. But like I said, there aren't that many portals because Derp's really low on energy.
Yeah. This is another thing. I mean, in this case, they have charge, so it's not, you know, as big of a deal. But that's the other issue with not having the power bombs. There's a lot of like kind of these extra minor checks as well that you're kind of never going to go back to potentially.
Oh, but there's
Green Bryn.
Green Bryn, yeah. So that's not a soft lock. It could be. It could be still.
Oh, there would be a
very unlikely
soft lock. That'd be. Can it even? Yeah, I guess it could.
It could. Yeah.
Could it? It'd be so hard for that to be a soft lock.
It would be. There's one of the pieces that would need to take. That portal can't be going back to criteria.
It would be no power bombs and then 2 like bottom of West Meridia portals.
Yep,
okay.
like, or East Meridia.
East Meridia. Okay. Yeah.
Something like that. A croc with no power bombs.
Yeah. Derp has to like go into Lower Norfair, dip into Lower Norfair to see if he can get a power bomb out of the 3 Musketeers.
Imagine if there was a power bomb there, and this race came down to that, like it's the back of Lower Norfair, and we're watching Nevdi and Derp try to dip in there to get the one power bomb and get back out.
Now we're talking about these worst case scenarios. Those are always fun.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because those have kind of come up lately a little more often than I expect. But yeah, there's power bomb, so not gonna happen here.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe it. I'm so disappointed.
There's 2 more back here too. Oh, never mind. I bet you there's at least one more power bomb in early supers here somewhere. At this point, are you picking up missiles beyond the 25?
I think
I could see a case for a 30, but
I kind of like stopping at 20 because during Modern Warfare hell runs, if you're doing them, you kind of want to have 2 crystal flashes.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not really generally using missiles in Modern Warfare. So if you enter on 20, just don't use your missiles and you'll be fine to have 2 crystal flashes.
Yep. There's that second power bomb pack.
Yep. So you were right, there were 2.
Not too useful given that we already have ice. Don't have to worry about that in the later game, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's still good because you might want to do the LN without Varia.
There's Nevdi literally sacrificing his race to get the capture for us.
Nevdi already had power bombs. Oh no, never mind. Nevdi's in the exact same spot.
Yeah,
so,
same spot.
Yep.
You could tell the gates closed. You could tell he actually like sat out for like 20 seconds there. So if it comes out to 20 seconds, that's gonna kind of suck, honestly. Know that Nevdi sacrificed for the chat there then.
Yeah, it looked like Nevdi was ahead. Also, we got Various Suit there. But Nevdi's no longer ahead. Looking at the ammo, it looks like they both have picked up the exact same ammo checks.
Yep. You know, honestly, like given how the seed's turning out so far, it's not impossible that pause could be the result of the game at the end.
Yeah,
they're doing the same thing right now.
It looks like they've done exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Given that Nevdi isn't farther ahead, I expect that Nevdi also reset that spacer at Ice Speed.
Do we know where the charge was?
Yeah, charge was at Business Center.
Got it, okay.
I'm pretty sure Nevdi has that as well.
Yeah, there's probably no way. All right, Nevdi's gonna have to stop just so he can press start, and we can confirm the items for him for our viewing experience.
Nah, he just needs to like hold shot quick. Yeah. So let's say yes, start, and then jump and ball, just morph and jump.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna see both these players just kind of quickly clean up Pink Brin, I guess you could say in this specific circumstance, but not much else to say here. What are we looking for at this point?
I'd say we're looking for Gravity Suit. That's of course always what we're looking for. But so with at this
Ice and Spring Ball.
Yeah, Ice Spring Ball. We could be looking for high jump, also grapple. So we're just a high jump away from being able to beat the game, I think, no matter what at that point. It could be, like, horrible. We haven't seen any of West Meridia yet. Yeah, I'd say the high jump and gravity are, like, the 2... Like, gravity's, of course, always an item that you want, but high jump is probably number 2 right now. Another beam would be nice. I think that in terms of portals, an Upper Norfolk portal will be really nice here. Being able to do Bubble Mountain at this point. Also... Oh, that's interesting.
Oh. It's not really something you want to be taking right now. Don't want to really reset everything that you got so far, but it is something that you might have to consider.
It's kind of tough, because if this portal's bad too...
Yeah.
It's... You don't really want to run back up to Red Tower. Although it's not horrible. Oh, here's Red Tower. Okay, so that, like, kind of helps to get the last Red Tower portal there. I'd be tempted to go to X-Ray here first, but maybe it's a little too small. What was the middle of... It was Kraid, yeah, that's not good, so... But derp is, it looks like, is going back to that X-Ray. I don't think there's any other reason to do this. Like, the only other portals over here are Kraid and Torian and Green Brinstar. So, no real reason to do this unless it's specifically for X-Ray. I'm not sure. So the thing is, if you're not getting X-Ray now, you're never getting X-Ray.
I was gonna
But at the
say, would
same
you
time,
isolate this or would you go? Because the other
I
option
think that
has so many more
isolating
things.
it, yeah, I would probably isolate it here.
Okay.
Like, if this isn't a good item, you're wasting a lot of time to get over here.
Exactly. Yeah. So Nevdi's kind of playing the numbers
That
game
being
here.
said, if this is something good, if this is something necessary,
It's gonna be really bad for Nevdi.
he's
A
never
lot.
getting back there.
This is a pretty decisive moment, honestly,
Mhm.
because there's a good chance the answer is just in the other direction. Speed
Oh,
booster.
speed.
Oh my god.
So that's
That's a
really
big
good.
item.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's really good.
I mean, it
But
doesn't necessarily. You've already got Ice Beam, so you've already got
yeah,
like both a Zeb Skip and a Baboon Access.
yeah, because this is not the quickest of chucks.
hmm Yeah, that's not game over for sure.
There's also like a world where that like derp could end up getting like roped into doing like waterway
Ooh, this
and
is
like wasting even
interesting.
more time.
Yeah, that's what I
So
was thinking. Like, but Waterway could also be the answer. So
yeah, but honestly, like if you told me speed was there, I'm going for it. So naturally, here's another issue in front of Wreck Ship. Wreck Ship has another item that you cannot get unless you have speed.
yeah, only if Fantoon's here. There's only a 1 in 5 chance the Fantoon is here because it was a vanilla crate.
Yep.
Nevdi can technically beat all 4 bosses. Like, I'd say Ridley is the least pleasant out of the 4 right now.
Yep.
It's just, you've got, Nevdi does run low ice. And did Nevdi save the ship?
He has
Probably,
full resources,
yeah.
so I have to imagine so.
But Nevdi does run low ice, so would likely be able to do a Ridley. I think this is similar health when you consider Nevdi did this yesterday.
This is not that pleasant. So here's
it's it's Dragon.
Okay, well with the grapple that's fine.
Yeah. I know Nevdi has struggled in the past with grapple escaping without high jump. I wonder if we see Nevdi turn the spring bow off.
Well, he is gonna have to press start eventually. So
Also, Derp came back for the Spazer.
So Derp is going to run across with the speed to get to the other side of Bubble Mountain.
Yep.
So I think just wanted to find this stuff. I mean,
yeah, that makes.
with Dragon being here,
Croc Portal first. Do you think we see Nevdi just? Yeah, it looks like Nevdi. Oh, he might be trying to escape.
Really check the Croc Portal. I mean, a lot of times you're kind of hunting for Green Bryn, right?
If he were checking the Croc Portal, then he would have done it by going through Croc Escape or Croc Speedway.
Ah, I see.
But
wait, Derp? Oh, yeah. You're right. Oh, I forget that's an option sometimes. Okay, so he's going straight to the items, it looks like.
Yeah, I kind of like this from Derp, honestly.
I mean,
I'm not sure if I like this more than what Nevdi did.
Really?
I kind of do. I think I'm trying to think about like how
I kind of feel like when you just find your Varia, I kind of want to just come here to kind of spike my answer for the rest of the game almost. At least that's how I feel.
Yeah, especially after having done Green Bryn already.
Yeah. Oh, Nevdi getting up here. It's not an easy trick. Yeah, that's good. Well played. Well played. Doing that without high jump is quite finicky. So Derp at this point is looking for one of high jump or getting a little stuck there, or gravity pretty much.
Wave is kind of nice. Funnel. So if Nevdi never goes back for that Spazer, Wave helps him more than it helps Derp.
Yes.
Because going from 200 shots to 100 shots is very different from 100 to 60.
Yep.
So, like, against Mother Brain and Ridley. So
there's also the looming idea that, naturally they can spike plasma down the line.
Yeah.
So the value of it is going to be going, drop slightly with the major checks. So.
Okay, we'll have to see what's at this portal now for Nevdi.
This is probably just.
I think the best case scenario for Nevdi here is that this goes to Upper Norfair.
It's just going to be Upper Norfair. No shot it's not. Oh. Oh, wait a second.
Oh, no, we already know the other portal.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's not. So that's kind of bad.
Yeah, do you think that we see Nevdi check Gauntlet on the way back? Kind of. You're just missing high jump, so you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
The ammo's kind of nice too.
Yeah.
It could be a beam.
A beam would be nice too. He doesn't know that. Is he aware of the spatial location?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
because we didn't get to see, but I think he does know.
Got it. Okay. So from his point of view, Plasma and Wave Boom Maze, but either way, he decided not to do it. Derp getting a space jump.
Yeah, I feel like Nevdi's route kind of nice double sweeper there. Kind of worked out a little inefficiently for him because he had to run across criteria and then run back.
Exactly.
It would have worked out really well if he could have followed the last portal there. And there's gravity.
Oh my gosh. All right, well this is pretty much it for Derp.
Yeah, I think he's got pretty far ahead.
He's got everything.
It'll come down to portals basically. If Derp mismanages portals, that could give Nevdi an in back into this race, which I think is possible. Like, you could possibly like proc still outstanding. There's something that could happen with that, but
this is also not the freest LN.
That is also true.
Yeah, so that's something else to consider.
And Nevdi is also going back for that phaser.
Oh, here we go.
Speaking of LN,
this is not super free. Oddly enough, the boss itself, even if it's Ridley, is not that bad, but the actual LN itself is the scariest.
Because you got the beams.
Yep.
The Ridley isn't that bad.
So given that we have the Turian location, we don't have Croc. We have East Meridia. Dragon. Nevdi took care of Dragon, but Derp does not know the location of Dragon, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's another thing. So if these runners find the back of East Meridia instead of the front, just like by checking portals along the way.
We do have the back of East Meridia, right?
Oh, do we?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. You're right.
That's kind of interesting. So, and that's like a slight advantage for Nevdi, because the back really sucks without Dragon dead. But you do, Derp really wants to find the front, but he can't really risk that.
Best case scenario for Derp is he finds the back of our ship before that.
Does he not know the back of our ship?
Or wait, did we? Yeah, we already saw that too, man.
Yeah.
Forgetting.
Yeah, we have everything, but it's possible. I don't know if they have No, they probably have very similar portal knowledge, aside from the right criteria portals, which Derp does not have. So this is interesting. So from like Derp's perspective, it's kind of risky to go out the opposite ends. Obviously, like if the front is
I think it's just too risky to like. You already know Kraid. You already know Torian.
Oh no, Derp. These missiles don't really hurt that much.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't like that bad of a Ridley fight, but it's not. I'd imagine you take a good amount of damage though during it, given you don't have high jump. So it's kind of a weird fight.
Yeah. Screw would obviously let you just phase through Ridley without taking any damage, so this could get a little spicy, but pretty sure Derp will be able to handle it. But it's not. Oh, it is.
It is.
I lied.
So Nevdi does have 15 supers. That's not a huge advantage, but that is something. not having speed means that Nevdi will have to super the pirates, the metal pirates. I also think that space jump's better for Nevdi than it was for derp, because derp already having speed kind of takes away some of the usefulness of space jump, especially in like West Meridia, for example. But not to say that.
This is, I think, where it gets kind of interesting. So at this point of the game, like derp is clearly ahead, right?
Yep.
And like you're saying, it kind of comes down to portals. So
yeah, Nevdi already having found wreck ship is kind of big.
Yeah, I was gonna say so.
Derp's gonna be searching for that, I think.
Well, derp knows the back of wreck ship, correct?
Yeah.
So like that's a spicy thing. He doesn't really want to go at the front because that's also risky, right? So is he gonna do like back to back? That can be kind of slow naturally. And then like at the end of it, like he seems to know the back of East Meridia. So I kind of feel like at this point he's either gonna try to go somewhere with portals, or he's gonna go to like the back of wreck ship, which is something he knows, right? I think the back of East Meridia is just too.
Yeah, I think at this point you know everything you need to know.
Exactly.
I think you just don't check anything. You're right. Like there's no reason, and especially because like the back of wreck ship is kind of close to East Meridia, which is where you also want to go. Oh, and there's high jump.
Oh my gosh.
That's big for derp. That's like bigger for derp than it is for Nevdi, because with speed you want high jump more. I wonder if we even see Nevdi check that. And I think that it saves time for Nevdi. Yeah, it would definitely save time, but
I suspect he'll take it just because. I mean, maybe he'll have like infinite HP, but I have to imagine that he wouldn't mind me tank leaving Ridley. He's probably gonna get beat up along the way there, is my guess.
Yeah, Nevdi does run low ice. Probably does have some strats for this.
Yeah.
And like this is a more similar loadout to low ice than derps, because derp had speed, which can cause some weird stuff.
So this is interesting because I'm trying to think of how the portals will go, because Nevdi, having taken care of the wreck ship boss, where's he going next?
Nevdi's just going back of East Meridia.
Straight up back of East Meridia, right?
Yep. No reason not to. And then you... Yeah, you come back out, you go through tube, and you finish the game. Oh wait, no, you can just go up Red Tower instead of going that way. Yeah, you come back out and you go up Red Tower.
I was gonna say if there's anything we could do with the portals, but no, there's too many outstanding at this point. Yeah, you can't really not just go out the back. Well, I mean, for Nevdi, it's perfectly fine because he has Dragon taken care of. But you know, the natural thing that you have to think about is Krauk's outstanding. So you could be portal hunting only to find out that there actually is no other way to get into East Meridia. So I think you just have to go to the back there.
I don't really like Nevdi farming here.
Yeah, he's got a new route beam.
He's a new route runner too.
He is.
He's even a low ice runner. So
yeah,
this is like in terms of your movement, this is closer to a low ice fight than even though like it's the beam, it's much faster because of the beam.
Yes. So this is definitely a little bit necessary here. So. So this is interesting because derp still has, you know, another boss to take care of after this.
Yeah, I feel like derp's just had enough with that speed, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so where is the back of East Meridia?
It's at Red Tower. It's at the bottom of Red Tower.
And derp's got to be going back to back.
Yep. I mean, it's right next to the back of East Meridia.
Okay,
so.
And then you just run across Business Center, and then the
I think that the way that derp loses this is if he checks the front. And the front doesn't lead to where he wants it to go.
Yes.
Oh wait, no, we know that it doesn't. So.
Well, the front's okay.
Yeah, the front's Was it a little worse?
I don't
think
even know if it's worse.
Yeah, you're
I don't
right,
think it's
you're
really
right.
that worse. Yeah. It's probably about the same because it's not like the back is kind of slow too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
And
it
there's
seems like
even
either
like
way,
a
yeah,
whole
either way you go,
transition.
it's probably fine, which
Mm-hmm.
means that yeah, derp's not going to really get punished here. So then from Upper North Fair, yeah, looks like Nevdi actually probably has to do the he's got to do the cathedral run back. Because it's yeah, those bottom two portals are not really going to be helpful for him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I wonder if he checks the item like we were talking
Well,
about.
Nevdi can actually do speed with Speedway, and he did get
Oh
the
yes,
item.
you're right. That would save a little bit of time.
Yeah, I think this is just kind of a little unfortunate for Nevdi. Derp spiking exactly
the speed was huge.
I mean, it could have been gravity, and it would have been even worse for Nevdi, but still a little unfortunate for him. But I didn't really like the play to run across criteria. I think it would have been better to just go into Upper North Fair because you're missing portals there too.
Yeah.
So then you're getting like items and portals along the way instead of just portals. And I'm not really sure what you're looking for more than Upper North Fair by running across criteria.
Yeah, because I mean, when you spike the Varia and you, I mean, I guess Derp's the one with his speed, right? But when you spike the Varia and you're looking for the portals and you kind of want like one more item potentially to like be ready to finish the game, whether it be gravity or high jump, I think that's the part where you want to go to Upper North Fair and Double Mountain because you know it's one thing to do it when you don't have Varia and you have to hell run it and it's slow, but without with Varia, it's like the reserve stuff is pretty quick. You can get the wave, got the portal there, but yeah, so getting to do the boss front to front was not too bad for him though, but yeah, it's just I think Derp's just a little bit too far ahead.
Yeah, I think so too. If this portal were a little closer to East Meridian, it would be a little closer, but like I think that Derp's ahead and has speed. So
you can never count out anyone from one of these matches though, especially when it's kind of like a faster go mode.
Yeah.
Because crazy things can happen even in like Mother Brain or something like that, but yeah.
Yeah, and Derp 5e tanks and 1 reserve. I don't really see Mother Brain having too many issues. It's possible Nevdi gets baby skip and Derp doesn't. I know Nevdi's been working on the okay, Nevdi going this way. I'm not sure this way's faster without screw attack.
Yeah.
But it might be. I think with space jump and screw attack, this way is faster.
Kind of looks like it should be very close to the same regardless.
Yeah, Nevdi is about 1 room and an elevator behind Derp.
Alright, yeah, so Derp just running across 2 portals, Business Center, and then the left side of Criteria to get straight to that back of East Meridian check.
We were talking earlier about Nevdi taking those 20 seconds. I don't think it's enough, but I think they would be like very close together.
Yeah. Maybe Derp misses baby skip, Nevdi gets it, and then Nevdi loses by 20 seconds. And then it's literally the viewer's fault. That would be something. All right, so we have Fantoon outstanding. Let's not forget that Fantoon is kind of like the game's biggest source of RNG here.
Yeah, Nevdi has 5 missiles, Derp has 9. That's a bit of a difference.
That's true.
That could matter if they get like a lot of fasts.
Derp is the KPDR runner. Nevdi is the PRKD runner, so you know, in theory, Nevdi should be the one that has the more solid
Yeah,
Doppler
Nevdi doesn't. Nevdi sometimes too. Yeah, Nevdi can do round actually.
You know, his air Dopplers are like surprisingly good, and like he like can't ground Doppler. It's like kind of funny how that works. And that's kind of like always been his thing. This makes like absolutely no sense because it's so much more finicky in the air. But we have definitely seen situations where people get like a 5-round Fantoon and it's just like all slows. So like there's still the Fantoon fight, and then we still have the Mother Brain fight. So
yeah, looking at this, I really do think that speed at this point, like, not to call the race too early, but I think that speed won derp this race. If that hadn't been there, I think Nevdi's ahead at this point.
I think part of it is because the seed was like relatively straightforward at this point. So it's kind of like just a heavier, you know, time gain here. So here we go. Let's see. Start a Fantoon fight. Oh, they're getting fed. That's not good for the Nevdi fans.
Need to see derp accidentally enrage.
Yeah. 6 missile Doppler too. Although the color didn't change, so maybe didn't get the full 4 missiles at the start. Fast slow so far. Nevdi doesn't really want to see a fast right now, just because of his lack of missiles. Oh, derp not getting any missiles here. All right.
Right fast.
Oh, he's out. Oh. Okay, slow fast min for derp. And that was clean. Nevdi's still short on missiles, unfortunately. He's gonna have to get hooked up by these flames.
Got 1 missile. 2. Okay.
Okay, he's just gonna go for the 3-round. So, should be able to clean this up. This is probably gonna be a mid here. Alright. Now what we're seeing is derp is just a little bit ahead, but also has the speed booster on Nevdi.
You know what's kind of funny? Derp has 2510 ammo. It's super unlikely, but possible that derp does get screwed by Metroid drops.
It is possible. It's definitely possible.
Very unlikely. I think that you would. I think with this, derp would need to get like so screwed too.
Yeah.
Because at this point, I think the derp could like refill the doors and come back and win. Like yeah. So he would need to get like 25-3 or something.
Nevdi's moving pretty well. I mean, it's definitely not over. It's heavily likely for derp.
I think it's kind of over. Like
I mean, there's things that can happen, right?
Derp saves 20 seconds on escape.
That's true. But like, let's say, you know, derp misses baby skip. Nevdi gets it, right? Things start getting
closer. I think that gets close, and then derp has shambles and Leodox, maybe.
Yeah. I would kind of put this as like a 10% Nevdi. 10 to 15 to 20.
I'd put it as like a 2% Nevdi.
No, not that low.
I think it is.
It is definitely unlikely at this point. It's hard to give the advantage, or it's hard to see a path of victory for 2 strong players where one just has like a strict advantage over the other.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so if Nevdi were as far ahead as derp is right now, again, like those 20 seconds, if Nevdi had those back, I think they'd be about even. And then if Nevdi got baby skip and derp didn't, that would save about the same amount of time derp would save in escape.
I'm completely forgetting about the 20 seconds at the beginning of the game. Oh, that's a start.
Yep, this is.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, if that had closed.
That was, oh my god.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. This is getting real. It kind of goes to show you how like important being able to move well in this game is, because if you take like, you know, Nevdi having some shambles here too, but if you take someone that's like, you know, doesn't really play much SM and you put them in this situation, there's just like no chance they're going to beat Nevdi, right?
Yeah.
It's just,
no way.
yeah. So there's something to be said about derp really just not making that many mistakes, and that's kind of like required for, you know, it's required. That's like kind of like the expected situation for this matchup between these two players. But if derp like just like couldn't really move, then suddenly it's like I would still give the advantage to Nevdi just because of that. But you know, both these players strong, made it this far into the bracket, so makes a lot of sense. But here we go, Metroid rooms. This is one of the things that you're talking about, Zeb.
Yep.
Ooh, going really aggressive here.
Gets up to 10, so totally fine. They have bounds. I was thinking maybe you could get
grabbed. You got grabbed. Yeah. Oof. Derp is popping off. Slight hiccup there, but otherwise these Metro rooms have been clean. Nevdi, meanwhile,
Nevdi does have 5 extra supers.
He does, yeah.
That's a bit more mother brain DPS. Derp playing it super safe. Already on 10 supers. Missiles the Metroids at the end. I think that's a coward move.
Alright, Nevdi grouping.
And Nevdi it makes more sense for. He's missing 4 supers.
Alright, here we go. This can be pivotal. Derp Nevdi needs Derp to miss this.
Yeah, for sure. Only 14 supers, so Nevdi not saving the full amount of time he could be.
That was kind of short, that first jump. Oh, the swing! Okay, Derp's fixing it?
Yeah, Derp. I think the Nevdi needs like Derp to maybe like get grabbed through the door here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
doesn't happen.
Okay.
And don't forget, this is harder for Nevdi because he doesn't have speed. A little bit less familiar with it. Oh, he's gonna
he's
go
gonna
for a statue skip. Okay.
He's got bombs, so
it's a little bit different with just high jump. Oh, with the lag too. Nice, Nevdi. Okay. All right, Zeb skips another thing.
Yeah, I think that's.
Yeah, there we go. Derp is too clean.
So I think the Derp's already. We'll time it on the head hitting round, but I think Derp is like a good 20 to 30 seconds ahead at this point. So 53, head hits the ground. We'll see on Nevdi's side. Yeah, just a little over 20 seconds here.
Okay. Oh, Derp.
Nevdi causing some lags. 23 second difference.
So keep in mind, Nevdi also has 9 missiles and 3 supers to use. Slight advantage on the fight there. You know, it's crazy because we're kind of saying like, yeah, Derp's like well in the lead here, but like, you know, they're both on the mother brain too.
Yeah, it's like
it's kind of crazy.
A really close race. It's just not a race that Nevdi has the ability to catch back up in.
Yeah,
that's. If this were earlier in the race, and there were more stuff.
Wait.
Derp. Oh my god!
Wait. So Derp's got a pause here.
If Derp had got double hit there, I think that would have been.
Do they only have one reserve?
I think so. Or no, do they have 2?
That's a time loss.
It is a time
loss. A little bit, okay. I mean, if I was Derp, I'd probably press pause. Yeah.
Yeah, they only have 1, so...
Oh my gosh.
If that catch-up had double hit, Derp would have been done.
Yeah, so... The pause is a time loss. Man, this is... It's too much, though. The speed is just too much. Derp would have to have, like, the worst escape of his life, I think.
So I don't think that Nevdi's capture card thing quite cost him the race this time.
You know, that being said, we don't really know how long he was standing
Yeah, that
still
is-
in there. Wow, Zeb, this is kind of crazy, honestly.
Yeah, Nevdi definitely down the stretch. I would say I would execute a derp in these last sections, but the speed is just too much. If derp didn't have speed, Nevdi would have a shot here. Derp would still be ahead enough that as long as derp didn't like fall in Leodox or something, he would be able to win. But it would still be possible for Nevdi to come back. If derp didn't get baby skip, actually, this could have been Nevdi's race.
If Nevdi didn't go to the writer criteria and went straight to business center, you think things change? Or
I'm
went
trying
straight
to
up
think
and
about
over?
that. I'm trying to think about was it actually bad? Like how, and if it was, how bad was it?
Because I don't think the portals ended up helping, right? Because the back of wreck ship was just completely fine, basically.
Yep.
I don't think it was even like
you did get to not do the back of wreck ship though. Like
that's true, yeah. And
so there is
Nevdi
some
did the boss
advantage
right there.
I think that but derp never had to check the moat portal. Is almost kind of more important.
So if Nevdi doesn't, spend time fixing his capture, and then takes the same route as derp, like this would be like really close with speed and without speed. I think. I mean, even without anything.
So the thing was that derp spent a lot of time getting that speed.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, like it makes up a lot of time, but I'm not sure it like makes up. I think it probably does make up the time it took to get it, but not by that much. I don't think. Especially because they never had to go through Baboon Hallway.
Yep.
I think the biggest thing was Frog Speedway.
Yes, exactly.
Otherwise, I don't think there was that much that Speed did. Like of course it still did stuff, it just wasn't as powerful as it normally is.
Yeah, a lot of the times you think of Speed as like helping you like, traverse like West Meridian or something, or you don't have like any movement, something like that. But then like, finding that high jump is really nice for derp. Because speed without the high jump does get kind of hard to manage, but you don't have to think about it nearly as much getting that high jump behind Ridley. Oh, this was still really close at the end of all of it.
Yeah, this looks like 30 seconds of difference.
Yeah.
Around there.
Oh man.
Yep.
All right.
And derp has finished in first place with an official racetime.gg time of 52:03. GG to derp.
GG's to derp. Zeb, I've got to say that I think in the predictions in the bracket, there was like 9 people voting for like Nevdi. And I had to throw derp a bone, and I had the prediction for derp, so I get those prediction points. I don't think those exist, but I have to pat myself on the back for that one.
And we are joined by derp now. GG derp.
GG.
GG's. I won.
Yep, you won.
You proved the haters wrong. You you lived up to my expectations with my vote.
Yo, let's go. I did it for Eddie.
So first thing I want to ask Nevdi.
Yo.
How long did it take you to fix your capture card?
Oh, only like 10-20 seconds. It wasn't the race.
But we saw the gate was down on green on the early supers. Did you like go into the door and then like you stopped and you had to re-enter the room?
No, I fixed it after being the item. Like so I did early supers already, got the brain reserve, then gate left. So
okay.
It was already after that. Then I ran down, got the item, so that's why the gate was down.
Oh yeah, that's why that makes sense.
Yep.
So it wasn't much. It wasn't.
You should have worked on it during the fanfare. Item fanfare.
Yeah, I think I heard just afterwards, so I just had to sit still and fix it, and I was like, oh geez. But no, it wasn't the race. It didn't cause me anything or do anything to it at all. So yeah, it's fine. I think what cost me the race was, as I was thinking in the moment, running across criteria to wreck shit without a re-loop was so much time. I heard derp got the speed, but it was at X-ray. I'm not sure if speed would have like done that much compared to the route. Like a speed's nice.
yeah.
It probably would have broke even maybe, but I think that it
Yeah.
was more of a routing thing.
I mean, I think
probably
it
broke
more,
even there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it kind of bailed derp out for going and doing that check more than anything. Like, if that were anything
that's
else, I think
true.
that
If that was nothing, then
Yeah.
I'd win probably. Yeah.
well,
that
not
makes sense.
anything else, but like if it were like not specifically plasma, speed, high jump, or
I
gravity.
don't think high jump would have been. Oh, gravity, of course. Oh, so you saw lots of outs then. So
I still
when
like
did you?
the X-ray check there. We didn't really know it was
Yeah,
going
I
to be that much of a jet seed yet, with just Varia, no movement
yeah,
items at the time.
I like it without gravity for sure. I don't think I had a chance to check it though. When did you?
So
did I have a chance to check it?
Derp went back after getting spit out the tube, and I get why, because you're never getting back there again.
Oh,
if you
I see.
don't
Yes.
do
Yes.
it
Yep.
there.
Mm-hmm.
But I probably would have
And then-
isolated it because
I can see
like
that now.
like it's
Yep.
just like it's almost like
have so much.
going to Croc in Chozo, Chozo boss, where you're kind of like saying, well, if this is nothing, to an extent, like at this point, I feel like the seed had been very linear. Like I'm not gonna like criticize it too much because, like I said, you're never getting back there.
I think
So-
having that whole area done is just really nice as well.
Mhm.
And without gravity as well. Like obviously, if you had gravity, it's probably bad, but without gravity, still, I think that makes sense.
Mhm.
But and I think it's good that it didn't really save time as well. Like I don't think that speed won the race. I think Derp's probably execution and better routing won it, which is how I like to lose. So
Mhm.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I do think that you going across criteria. I'm not sure it actually ended up that bad. Like, Derp went
If I
back to
could
back
get
wreck
back-
ship.
I think that's just so. If you go back, that's so much better. If I could get back to Upper North Air, it'd be fine, right? But I had to go all the way over to the right, check
Yeah,
the mode,
I
check
agree.
the wreck ship.
Yeah, I think that like
That's the route
reason
I
it
was afraid of.
The
2
reason
runs
it was
across
worse,
criteria?
I think. No, because like I think that going out the back of wreck ship and in the back of wreck ship is similar.
Mhm.
I think that that's like reasonably similar to going out the back twice. I think that like maybe it's slightly worse, but then Derp doesn't have to check the moat portal, and Derp doesn't have to do the drag on there, like the way
Yeah.
that you did it. I think that's more of the time loss than running cross criteria twice. Although I do think that running cross criteria twice also does lose a bit of time.
But when I came into Bubble Mountain, I saw gravity. I felt good, and then when I saw Lower North Air there and it was back, I was like, oh no, if this is like, if you go back in, because I was really contemplating going back into Upper North Air, but I just figured that like I would totally find the Bubble Mountain, just one way or another. But maybe with West Meridia outstanding, that's probably not a good call. I don't know. It's hard. I'm fine with it. I think that I played really well this one. Like I'm really happy with my movement and everything. I felt pretty
I thought
good.
that you moved really well.
Yeah, but just Derp, Derp too good. I think Derp winning against Aussie and then me. It's cool to lose to Derp now. Like he's a homie now, so we race together and everything. And I would say before this, I don't think that I can lose to Derp. I think that's not too crazy, but I just think that I would have Derp. But this year, man, like you have gotten so much better, and you've put the work in, and you've done, and I'm really happy for you. Like I think you deserve it. I think that you could have beaten me in 2 as well. I don't think I can beat you in 2 just with the way those seeds were. So I was looking back at those seeds, and I actually think you played them better than me the last 2. So I mean, you deserve this result. I think it's I'm happy. I hope you get really far, man. Cool.
I mean, it's sick. I guess sorry to Kip. I sent Nevdi down to him. I think he's playing into Eddie and then into Nevdi most likely after that. So in the lowest bracket, of course.
Yeah, I'm just looking. I'm looking at
talked about it so many times. This tournament is so sick. Everyone is so good.
Yeah. And this position that you're in now is just awesome. It's just, the winners like getting this far is super important. It's cool. I mean, we get a nice little chance down here. I think that we have to really step it up in lowers, and you can't really make mistakes. So now it's just these winner bracket ones, you have to really be playing out of your mind because you really want to win here. And I mean, I was watching the end of it back. If you miss baby skip, like that's probably it. So you did everything you needed, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I would love watching this race. So
I'm happy with my execution out of Lower North Fair. At least I'm very bad at Lower North Fair without Plasma or Screw. I did a lot of very safe strats.
Yeah, I think
it
that the
worked
high
out.
jump helped a lot.
The high jump
Ridley.
did help a lot for sure, getting out.
I
think
the
I
high
was
jump
fine
helped you a
without
lot
it,
more
but-
than it did with Nevdi, just because you already had speed. Like, speed plus high jump versus high jump without speed is... Yeah, I think that it's better with speed, but it's still good without. Like, Nevdi was able to baby skip because of it.
Also, did I leave
hmm.
behind a super at the Dragon drops? Because if I did, I'm going to be very sad.
I didn't. I don't remember if you did.
Because I don't think I did. I thought I was really thorough picking up drops, and then I just realized I didn't have a super. It's like, wait a second.
Mhm.
Then I wasn't sure if I even needed one, so I wasn't worried about it. And then I ran into the wall at Business Center. It's like, wait a minute.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
That was a fun 30-second time loss. At least the first enemy dropped a super, so it wasn't too shambles, but that could have been really bad. That could have lost me the race straight up.
Yeah.
I was really worried about that being the difference.
Mm-hmm.
I think a big thing is like, if you look at when the best of 3 started on the winners bracket, we have 4 matches that ended up going 2-0, but 7 of them were 2-1. So it's like, it just goes to show that, like, you know, on paper we can call this one an upset because I think Nevdi was the higher seed, but it just goes to show like how tight the games are at this level. It's really scary. Even in best of 3, it's just like,
Yeah.
it's crazy how much, like, you know, it's just starting from round 2, it's just like 2-1s across the board, right? It's like, it's crazy how, you know, scary the competition is at this point of the game.
A lot of the time you can make like a few extra checks or just really route efficiently, and you're probably okay to like even a couple of spikes or a slightly god route, but with the skill in this competition you just can't. Like, I think that my route wasn't even that bad. I think it was okay, but and I still think I would probably win versus a lot of other people, but it's just, you know, and everyone else going 2-1 or doing their games respectively. It's the competition's so high. It's so exciting. Like, everyone is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, this goes to show like the time difference, you know, even with speed, without speed, right? Like, if derp goes out of his way to check like 1 extra major,
yeah,
like
that's what it is.
That's the game, right? That's the game. Like, it's over. Nevdi wins this series. It's just goes to show like, you have to cut every corner that you can at this level of competition, and you know, even if that sometimes means something devastating happens, but I think it just goes to show you got it. You can't be inefficient. You can't.
Also,
really can't be inefficient.
I want to ask Derp, how scared were you when you got hit by that ketchup? Like, did you double hit?
I knew I had a reserve, so I wasn't like in full shambles, but I was like, wait, this is very... surely I'm not going to choke an old route or a new route Mother Brain with like 3 extra tanks.
Yeah, the fact that single hit instead of double hit was fortunate.
That was definitely fortunate. I mean, I think I like was in a position where it was going to single hit.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how that works either, so... But when I saw you take the catch-up hit, I was like, I made a
it like hit my it hit Samus's foot, so it like I don't know if that I don't know. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'm coping that it wasn't luck, and I'm
coping.
You got 2 feet, so you take double the damage.
Yeah, darn.
That's the logic.
I'm happy that Derp's like shutting everyone up and like, you know, like, all the predictions, because we joke about it obviously and do it. I just am sad that it happened to me, Derp. You're meant to do this to other people.
Hey, if you lost to MM2, I would have done it to him instead.
Let's look at
the saying.
Exactly.
Let's look at this bracket. Matches open for voting. Derp 17%, Nevdi 83%, and one of those votes is for me. Because I felt sorry for Derp. It was 1-9, I think, before, but
yeah, it's hard to call Derp Sloders in the next one. Now, I think I was pretty impressed with that Kip Sloders third game from both of them. It's tough now. I think that a lot of people have stepped it up in this 22, and I don't know who the favorite is for the next one with how well Sloders and Derp are playing. This is me talking as a spectator now because I love this side of it. I've got a pretty tough run down there. Beefy and Fringo are actually really, really good, so either of them is going to be tough. And then I think Dirt was saying it's Eddie Farfluke. It's just nasty everywhere. It's just rough. So, looking forward to it all, but both as a player and just watching, being a fanboy of everyone. Love it.
Also, like looking at this top 4 right now, we've got the 16 seed, the 12 seed, the 2 seed, which is like kind of expected. But then
Who is that 2 seed, Zeb? Tell us.
I wonder. I'm not sure. Someone probably someone pretty good at the game. Maybe should have been the 1 seed, but maybe he got just a little unlucky in qualifiers.
Fighting words.
But yeah, and then we've got a potential 19 seed as the last of the top 4.
Yeah,
Be
the
pretty
19
crazy.
seed's about the
Only-
3rd seed.
I think Bress could do it too. Bress is undefeated. Although you say
Yeah.
that, but then other people are too, so it is a tough one. But Bress
Yeah, it's
versus
tough.
every game now. I mean, every game for a while has been sick, and that one's good. I'm looking for.
I
looking
do think
forward
that the press is underseeded, and if you come to my stream tomorrow, then I'm totally gonna come out and rank every runner. Nobody's
Are
going
you
to get
actually?
angry.
Are you actually?
Go to twitch.tv
Aw,
/Zeb360.
Can we do that? I would love that. We can like do a full ranking and get everyone really salty. You have to do it
Yeah.
in tier list though. You couldn't just do 1, 2, 3 because
No, I would do 1, 2,
Spicy.
3. I would make people really angry.
I would
Zeb,
love that.
I have to say something. Bress, beat me in the qualifiers, and so knocked me in there, and then he also recently won an SMZ3 qualifier, of a field of like 20 something, right? And I think he PB'd in the Hundo tournament. So he's like, he's just winning, just nonstop winning. So I don't know if this kind of almost seems like it's Zeb's turn to win everything. Or not Zeb, sorry, Bress's turn to win
It
everything.
might be breast.
I mean, it is
Zeb
also
is going to
my
be
turn.
collateral damage.
Oh my god.
It's got to get through Cutie first, though. But
Mhm.
yeah, really, really exciting. I mean, man, it's crazy. It's just all the matches are so scary.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Yeah,
Be fun.
really is. Like, I think that you could jumble around most of the top 20 seed runners, and like, I wouldn't be shocked if any of them were anywhere else in that top 20 for the most part. Like,
Yeah.
it's
After course,
Ex-
yeah, for sure.
except for me, of course. Like, I
I
think
knew it was
that-
coming. You're
Mhm.
pretty. You got
and
understood.
I think that Nevdi got a little overseeded. Like,
Nah.
maybe more than a little overseeded, to be honest. But
I'm lucky to scrape in. But yeah, Kip was the other day talking really cool in an interview about what do you call it? Sagas or what was it? What was the definition he used? Ages of rando
Yeah,
ages, and we were
yeah.
talking about
Yeah, ages.
Ponk and Gala.
I think
to
he
begin
said
with.
arrows.
And there was Ponk Gala, the age of Ponk and Gala, and then this extended age of Kip Audra, and now we're entering this new age of just everybody. this age is now everyone.
Mhm.
But well, I think Eddie, Cutie, probably the main ones I think that are new that are high level, and then some old
Mhm.
people really still, showing that they can do it. I think Sloters and Derp being in semis together, been around for so long, but still, I don't know. It's just cool. All the stories everywhere. I think I'd be happy to see how it all goes.
I think the natural thing also is just like as I think the people at the top sort of just like get better and better. In the beginning, it's like probably heavily imbalanced, and some people are just like way, way, way better than others.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
then as it kind of like it's like a logarithmic scale, right? So as it sort of like evens out and people sort of like get better and better, it's a little bit more of the luck will show. But at the same time, there's
Yeah.
still obviously a huge skill. There's
Yeah,
skill is a big part of it still, obviously.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
Definitely, I think.
Yeah,
So
the
otherwise
best
there would be
players
so many
go from-
2-1s.
I think the best players go from winning like 80% of the time to winning like 60% of the time or
exactly.
something at that point.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it is still going to be like that. But at least this is, in my opinion, the most balanced settings that we can get currently. I mean, maybe people have other opinions, but
I mean,
it's
yeah,
not
like,
perfect. And I think
Yep.
this series at least was balanced in my mind. I think that I don't think that the seeds were too wild. I think that they were
Mhm.
pretty cool.
They're-
So I got to be satisfied by the end of it.
there are definitely seeds that like come down to a couple of like decisions without a ton of information at the beginning of
Yeah.
the seed. Just like,
Yeah.
or but like in general, I do think that these seeds tend to produce the most interesting race seeds in terms of like making higher percentage plays really pays off
Yeah.
a lot of the time.
And
like,
I think everyone was talking today about the the Kip Slotus seed, saying it was a nice seed. I would say
No,
that is
yeah.
the worst seed. Like, you do
Yep.
not want it. That doesn't. Not saying that Slotus isn't the best player in that series. Like, I'm just saying the seed itself is
Mhm.
pretty horrifically imbalanced,
Yeah.
and they're the bad seeds. I just want to shout that out because I always see it commented on. But you want the seeds 1 and 2. They're bad, but they're way more likely to produce the winner or the correct player to win.
Mhm. I also want to say that I think this is Derp's breakout tournament. Has Derp been in any solo tournaments? Have you made the top 4 of any of the major ones before?
Not in a solo tournament. The closest was the was it the 2021 multi-cat where I
The
started
multi-cat.
5-0 and then lost to Nevdi and started shambling for a while.
I think you got to quarters in that one.
Yeah, I got to
Yeah, I'm
quarters.
pretty-
I think I lost 2-1 to Kip, and that was like the first time I'd ever taken a game off of Kip in any tournament or something.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah, that sounds right. And then quarters as well in the team one, and then before that I can't remember really before that. You always made playoffs though. I remember that. You were
Also,
always,
I want to
pretty
shout
much
out
guaranteed.
that race, you versus Nevdi in that multi-cat tournament, is the greatest races of all time.
Yeah, probably the most
was-
high skill race we've
It is.
seen, to be honest. Derp, we can't really play any better than that one.
yeah, it's definitely one of the races of all time.
That's my favorite race. It legitimately. I remember watching that. I was on vacation with some friends, and we were all in the room together, and I'm watching, and I'm freaking out, and they are not understanding what's going on. It was fantastic.
Yeah. It's cool to rematch Derp here and have a little bit more of a contest between us. I think
Yeah, I think we played a lot better. In
a
this
lot
one.
better than we used to be. But yeah, I think I could talk forever, so I'm gonna get back to work. But just again, happy you won. Sad it's against me, but I wish you all the best. And guys, thanks for the commentary and tracking and everything. It's a smile lose for me. I'm pretty humble and happy about this one, so I'll do my best elsewhere and keep watching. But good luck.
Yep. Okay, then with that, I think that'll do it from us. Thanks again to Derp and Nevdi for putting on an excellent show. Close race. Thanks to Eddie for commentating with me. Hopping in the middle of the comms. Was a lot better to comm with someone than to have to do solo comms. Thanks to D-Web for tracking, the real MVP. And thanks to everyone for watching. And with that, we will see you next mission.